So we said your final destination is Bulawayo, but you go through what? Chegutu and what? Kwekwe. But by the time you get to Chegutu, kune vamwe vanotanga kuburuka mubhazi ravanga vakakwira because vasvika.
Some disembark from the bus because they've arrived.
Vanorambirei vari mubhazi. Kuchegutu ndokumba, kukwekwe vapfuurira, kubulawayo vatorasika.
They have no reason to remain on the bus. Chegutu is home.
So if other people are interested in just few money, you are different from them. You have got a lot of things to do in the house of God. You need more cash. But what you do is you need to get into this smaller business. And this business, it consumes you. It gets pregnant of you. And it keeps you for the next 9 months. When you now have the experience, when you have now made the necessary connections, it gives birth to you. And the next business becomes the midwife. So you are born into the next business. Because each business has to connect you to the next business. How can you be cleaning cars every day and people are asking you for spares? It's a moment of graduation. How can you be selling tomatoes and the majority of the people that are coming there are asking for airtime? This business is about to deliver you into the next business. So this smaller business becomes a place where opportunities can come and get you. This is where most people laugh at you. It seems like you are wasting your time. This is where you spend most of your time praying and asking God a lot of questions and even complaining. Because life seems not to make sense at that point. So doing this, it doesn't mean that you were born to do this. Let me tell you one thing that will shock you. Though you have been trained to do something, it doesn't mean that God intended you to do what you are doing. What you have been trained to do might not be your purpose of existence. It might be totally opposite to what you're supposed to be doing. After getting all the training that is necessary, and yet you are still doing the wrong thing. There is something that I saw in the book of Acts. My God. Chapter number 7, verse 22. It says that Moses was learned. And he was full of wisdom.
akazara neuchenjeri.
He was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians and was mighty in words and in deeds.
Wanga wakadzidza muuchenjeri hwese hwavaIjipita.
Mighty in words. You are seeing that in the New Testament. Mighty in words. And yet this man could stammer.
Aine unyanzvi mukutaura nemumabasa. Asi iye achikakama zvake.
He was learned. Moses was what?
Mozisi wanga wakafunda.
Now, look at this picture. Moses growing up in the palace.
Mbotarisai mufananidzo uyu. Mozisi achikurira muimba yamambo.
He had access to the most expensive school in Egypt.
Aikwanisa kuenda kuchikoro chinodhura kudarika zvose kuIjipita.
Am I talking to somebody?
Ndiri kutaura nemwe munhu eri pano.
The most expensive school in Egypt, that is where you would find Moses.
Chikoro chinodhurisisa kudarika zvimwe zvose kwaIjipita ndokwaunowana Mozisi.
And yet Moses was born. His main purpose was to deliver people. He's a deliverer.
Asi chinangwa chaMozisi changa chiri chekudzikinura vanhu. Mudzikinuri.
And yet he went to school.
Asi wakaenda kuchikoro.
And on his curriculum, you don't find deliverance as a subject.
Pazvidzidzo zvake hauwane dzikinuro sechimwe chezvidzidzo.
Which means whatever they were training him to do,
zvinoreva kuti zvipi nezvipi
finally he wasn't doing that. Education can deceive you into something that you were never born to do.
Fundo inogona kukunyengerai kuisa muzvinhu zvausina kumbogara wanzi uite.
The main reason why Moses was born,
chikonzero Mozisi wanga akaberekwa,
it was so that he can deliver God's people from the hands of Pharaoh.
kwaiva kuti adzikinure vanhu vaMwari kubva mumaoko
And he was trained to do every other thing except deliverance.
ndokudzidziswa kuita zvimwe zvese kunze kwedzikinuro.
Education.
Fundo.
You might be a teacher right now.
Unogona kunge uri murayiridziko zvino.
But who told you that you are still a teacher tomorrow?
Asi ndiani akakuudza kuti mangwana uchange uri teacher?
Don't be enslaved by education.
Usapinzwe muutapwa nefundo.
Don't be placed in a box by what you have accumulated into your mind.
Usaiswe mubhokisi nezvawakarongedza mupfungwa dzako.
Look beyond.
Tarisa seri.
This could be your final destination.
Uku ndokunogona kuchiperera rwendo rwenyu.
But this thing
Asi chinhu
and this thing
nechinhu ichi
is what Jacob saw
ndo zvakaonekwa naJakobo
as a ladder.
semanera.
When you see a ladder,
Kana uchiona manera,
the only way you can go up the ladder is this way.
kakwiriro chete kaungaite manera ndekake.
You are coming from the lowest point,
Uri kubva pakadereresa
and the
zvikuru,
lowest point delivers you to the highest point,
pakaderera pachikuendesa
and the highest point delivers you to the highest of the highest point,
pakakwirira
and the highest of the highest point delivers you into the highest of the highest of the highest and of the highest point.
poramba uchimeswa pakakwirira nepakakwirira nepakakwirira.
Right, okay, somebody might say, man of God, are you telling me that I have to go through every process?
Muri kundiudza here kuti ndipindane nezvese izvi?
I think God can make you jump from there
Ndinofunga kuti Mwari anogona kukusvetutsa kubva
to there.
kunosvika apo.
That is very possible. If it happens, then it's a miracle.
Izvozvo zvinogoneka zvikaitika.
But unfortunately,
Asi
miracles might not happen every day.
minana inogona kusaitika.
You might
zuva
not
negaro.
have the required faith
Unokwanisa kunge usina kutenda
to
kwacho
get
kunodiwa
that miracle performed every time you need it.
kuti uwane munana iwe uchiitika.
So you have to follow the formula.
Saka unofanira kuteedza urongwa.
Some of us, we can do that, but not all of us can do that.
Vamwe tinogona kuzviita asi hatisi tose
Because it doesn't take little faith. It doesn't take weak faith. It takes great faith.
nekuti hazvidi kutenda kudika, hazvidi kutenda kwakaneta, kunoda kutenda kukuru.
What? So if you start by doing this kind of a business,
Saka ukatanga kuita bhizimisi remhando iyi,
there is something that business teaches you.
pane chinhu chaunodzidziswa nebhizimisi iroro.
As you are pursuing this small business,
Uchidzingirirana nebhizimisi diki iroro,
not only does it give you money, but it gives you experience.
haringokupa mari chete asi rinokupa uwandu hwezivo.
Not only does it gives you money, it gives you connections.
Asi haringokupa mari chete asi rinokupawo neumwe ukama hwaunogadzira.
It can connect you to the people that will then connect you to the next business. Jesus can cause things to happen